Welcome to the Audio Inc. Radio podcast, featuring interviews with the biggest names in rock and metal. Hosted by Anne Erickson.
Got Inc.? Head to audioinkradio.com and find exclusive artist interviews, Q&As, photos, contests, music news, and more. Whew, that's a lot of ink. It's audioinkradio.com.
Hey everyone, this is Gus G, and you're listening to Audio Inc. Radio with Anne Erickson. Rock on.
Hey guys, it's Anne Erickson. Thanks for listening to the Audio Inc. Radio podcast. Very excited to have Gus G on the show. He's an amazing guitarist. Gus, thanks for chatting.
No, thanks a lot for the interview, and it's a pleasure.
Congrats on Fearless. It's a killer set. How did you get together with Dennis Ward and Will Hunt for this?
First of all, thanks. Well, with Dennis, we started working years ago, actually. We started working back in 2009 on this project for like a new power metal band that never got to do anything any further than just a few demos, because I joined Ozzy in 2009 and then he went on and formed Unisonic. So I think I was digging through some of those old demos 2 years ago, and I called him up and I said, hey man, how about finishing up those songs and then maybe getting involved on the new Firewind production. So we ended up finishing up those old songs and writing new ideas, and I would do the music and he would do the vocal lines, and that's how we did the Firewind's record, Immortals, and kind of went on from there. I just kept sending him material and stuff that I was thinking for the solo record, and next thing you know, we were writing the solo record together, and we have a team happening now, and that's how it came to be. With Will, it was strange because he was on my list of drummers, like wish list of drummers that I wanted to play on this record, and his name was in there. And then I was in Frankfurt last year touring with Steve Stevens, and we were staying in a hotel. We did a gig in Frankfurt, and he was there at the Music Messe, which is like the European equivalent of the NAMM show. And I got to meet him at the hotel bar the same night, and we just hung out, and we just shared tour stories and stuff and exchanged numbers and stuff. So, yeah, a couple of weeks later, I just decided to reach out and ask him if he wanted to play on this. That's the story.
Well, tell me about the meaning behind Fearless. I really like the title.
I don't know. It was just one of those titles that I had that I liked, and probably because that instrumental piece was so demanding that I was writing, so I was like, well, I shouldn't hold back and just do it, And, I mean, overall, it's a good thing to live by, because this is what keeps us people behind from having some success in whatever we choose to do in life. People are basically scared of, scared of failing, I guess. They're scared of failure. So a lot of people don't even actually get to try to do what they want to do in their life. So that's kind of like the general meaning behind it.
There's a lot of variety on this album, from hard-hitting metal to melodic tracks. Did you set out to craft a really diverse album, or did that just happen?
To me, when I write, I always think about those things, especially the last few years. Like I want to have different tempos and write in different keys, and I hate putting on records and you roll from track 1 to 10, then you realize that a band is writing in the same key, so it all sounds like variations of the same riff. So I hate doing that. I think that's something that a lot of writers don't think about. But once you get into that mode, then you start coming up with, you start challenging yourself and start coming up with different things. For example, I'll say to myself, I should write a song in an odd key, like G sharp or something, and or in an odd measure or something. I tend to do that more and more now, because you can only do like on the low E string or something. You can do a million riffs, but like I said, it sounds repetitious after a while. So you have to keep it interesting, or try. On this record, I even tried different tunings on the guitar, just to spice it up. Aside that, we wanted to make a cohesive record. That's why there are no guests, and it's like a power trio setup.
Do you have a favorite song on the set?
It changed. Right now I'm really listening again, because we just released a lyric video for Mr. Manson, and I hadn't heard it in a while, so I listened back a few times and I realized, that's a pretty kick-ass track. And I like the opening track a lot, Letting Go. I like them all. I'm pretty excited about this record. It's a little bit of a different record. It's me really going back to return to form. This record has a lot of the elements that people like about my style. So melodies, a lot of heavy parts, a lot of riffs, but really a lot of catchy songs. So I don't know. It's a good. I would say it's a good mixture of retro, like old school, and modern metal. So yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm hoping the majority of my fans are gonna dig this. Yeah, and it's a cohesive record, you know. Like I said, there's a lot of different moments in there, but there's a certain cohesiveness throughout the whole record.
I've noticed something. I've noticed that you are really into social media. How do you use social media to connect with your fans?
I mean, it's everything. That's all there is. Of course, you need to have to do press and all that stuff, and reach through other avenues as well. But like on a daily basis, I mean, that's how you reach your audience. That's where your audience is. I mean, if you want to say something and reach your fan base, that's the way to do it in 2018. That's the way it has been for the last at least 6-7 years, and that's really cool. You can, hopefully you have enough of an audience where you can go out there and promote your music and let them know where you're playing. And yeah, I mean, especially for younger artists, I would say it's like the most important thing. Because that's how you build an audience too these days as well. Big metal community on all social media platforms. Instagram. I mean, it's pretty crazy on Instagram actually. That's where it's at. Facebook too, but Facebook is considered for old people. That's what the younger generation is saying. And by older people, they mean people in their 30s like me. But that's how fast it's moving. That goes on to show you.
This one's always hard, but if you had to name your top 5 favorite metal albums of all time, what would they be?
Whew. Metal records, top 5, right?
Yeah.
This is like High Fidelity, the movie. Let's see. Top 5. Metallica, Black Album, Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, or you can write / any of the first 6 Black Sabbath albums. What else? Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. What else? Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance. We've got to have some Priest. And what else? Maybe I would say Megadeth, Rust in Peace.
I have to ask, Ozzy's big farewell tour, are you going to go to any of the shows?
Yeah. I mean, if we happen to be at the same festival, I'm definitely going to stick around and watch his show. I don't think he's going to come through Greece on this one. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I have a chance, I'll definitely go catch one of the shows for sure.
Gus G, it's been awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne. Take care.
It's the cutting edge of new music and the forefront of rock. It's Audio Inc. with Anne.